I have a coolant leak from these coolant sensors and this housing. So I'm going to remove this coolant sensor housing and replace the O-ring that's at the back over there to just seal another spot. So I'm going to do that now. So these are the two temperature sensors. One is blue, one is green. The blue goes at the top and the green goes at the bottom. I don't think it matters because they both seem to fit into the same apertures. One doesn't seem to be better than the other. The blue one has a blue plug and it's a different style plug. It's a 2-pin like that. And then the green one is this one over here, and it has this style plug. This particular one is covered with a residue of oil because these two sensors sit right underneath the oil filler tube that was leaking and the rocker cover, cam cover gasket that was leaking. So it's unsurprising that they have a little bit of oily residue on them. Well, I've removed the little housing for the two temperature sensors and this coolant hose, and you can see that the inside of this is also the brownish color that I have in the expansion tank up there. And the O-ring, which I presume has never been replaced, is squished completely. So yeah, there's a good chance that it's leaking from down there as well. That'll do. So this is the coolant sensors housing. It holds two sensors, two temperature sensors. And this fits just below the head on the block. It's held in place by two screws or two bolts like this with built-in washers. And this requires an O-ring which fits into that recess over there like that to seal against the block. And then when that's in place and you refit the two sensors into those apertures over there, the sensors are then held in place with these C-clips, and they have a slight curve to them. And basically what happens is they slide in like that and they hold the sensor in place. Now when the sensor's O-ring is not sealing properly, these C-clips won't hold that sensor in place securely. And this is what I was seeing on my van, was that the vibration of the engine was causing these two sensors to leak. And that's just, these two just slide in like that to hold the sensors in place, which I will show you in a moment. This housing needs a new O-ring, and then each of those sensors have an O-ring as well. So we're going to fit this back to the van now quickly. And to make 100% sure that this flange doesn't leak, I've used some of that VW sealant. So that should create a really nice seal now. Here are my two sensors, green and blue, and new O-rings. And these are the clips that hold each in place. So I take the old O-rings off. I have cleaned these up nicely. So the blue one is a 2-pin and the green one is a 4-pin. New O-ring. Nice. New O-ring. Those are exactly the same. And then these are the clips that hold them in place. There's a slight curve in them. So let's go and install these in the housing. So unlike the thermostat housing, this one actually doesn't have a little recess to fit into, which makes it a bit more tricky to put in place. So I'm just using a 10mm socket on about a 3-inch on a 3-inch extension to get in the back there. Tighten that down. Now these will need to be nipped up quite tight to squish that O-ring. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can give that another twist. Nope. No. Right. Let's put the sensors in. I'm going to pop that in there, like that. Hold it in place, get the C-clip. So I'm going to push that in a bit further, grab the C-clip. Yeah, I'm not particularly enamored with how the C-clip works because it really isn't doing a great job of holding this firmly in place. Time for the blue one. Connect it up. Okay, nice. Oh, let's get that one in there. Not very well done there, mate. So, there is not a lot of space in there. So I've put the O-ring in and I'm going to feed that in through the top. Oh, look at that. It just broke the connection. Great. Nice one. But I'm glad it happened now. So I'm going to reconnect these